Say the thing that nobody wants to hear. The thing that nobody wants to hear. The thing that nobody wants to hear is niggas did this to themselves. Whatever may happen, wherever the chips may fall, niggas did this to themselves. In the words of the great Charleston, Sir Charleston White of Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth District, correction, retraction, the Sir Charleston of Dallas, Fort Worth said, go ask your grandmammy, ho. Go ask your grandmammy how this all went wrong. Because when he kept saying that, and it triggered me, and I made a word up. I coined a phrase. Listen, Charleston White ridiculous ass. I call them hoe mammies because I've noticed that the niggas that do this be the children of the hoes. They have a hoe for a mammy. But he said, go ask your grandmammy. So me being knowing that they got hoe mammies, I reached back in the recesses of my thing. I said, nah, if he's saying go ask your grandmammy, hoe, and I didn't even see his whole presentation. I just wasn't there. Little birdie told me, go ask your grandmammy. The grandmammy would have been shit 50, 60, and 70 at the most. Them hoes voted for Bill Clinton. Now, Bill, it's a reason I see now why they was on you and Hillary's ass, and they need to be on your ass again. You gave the money to some, you really thought, Bill, you was shit. You would have did better, but I understand y'all thought y'all was cutting costs by giving it to the preachers every couple of years. Baby, them preachers kept their money and niggas kept on nigging. And y'all should have figured this shit out way before 30 fucking years. Because the money was only supposed to have been sent for 30 something years like a goddamn mortgage. They were, and this is where the fuck shit ensues. The federal government knew that they had to know. If look, Dick Gregory, if I'm sitting my country ass right here on my porch listening to the crickets, and I know that they know what the fuck I know. Moving on. They waited until all that money was gone, and now they finna crack their fight thunder on them niggas and on regular niggas. But in the end of the day, at the end of the day, niggas did it to themselves because the preacher didn't have to steal, niggas didn't have to nig, and you definitely didn't have no business touching that fucking Rona PPP money or filing these goddamn taxes every year to the same government that pays your rents. Niggas have no fucking logic. On its face, your food stamps say USDA, United States government. Yeah, you know your shit come from the government. Why would you think y'all can get away with filing taxes? And what makes it so bad is if they want to, if was a fifth, and the fifth is when the rent due. If I were the Attorney General of the Confederacy, I would hit y'all motherfucking ass with some sort of charge to put like a single member RICO case. For many, many moons, for 30 fucking years, you had a concerted effort to defraud the governments, and goddamn it, at any time you could have stopped over the course of 30 years of living in Section 8, getting food stamps, doing them and selling them. I implore of the lords to put it in the minds of the legislatures and the lobbyists to tell them about it. Do some single member goddamn RICOs. They got single member LLCs. Why the fuck not? Because some single member LLCs are nothing but motherfucking a way to commit crime. Now, the white folks do it. Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. But even when they do, they don't go out with just run out with the shit like y'all do. Y'all do too much and not enough simultaneously. And the shit that I observed, because here's another little gem for you. I got a digital online newspaper. It's called The Casual Observer. I've had it for 9 years this past July. With Casual Observer privileges comes press credentials. I can get in places for free, including meetings and all that kind of shit, but neither that, sporting events are free and I don't care. But it can get you in places. And of course, you join these services and they say, oh, where you at? And if they got something, you got something newsworthy, you can send it to them. It's called the United Press Agency, or United Press Services, or the Associated Press. As a member of the Mississippi AP, we decided that we were going to turn my whole tragedy into something like a war correspondence. I was stuck over there and what we call it? I don't know. We do Pahoria for now. I was stuck over there in the rubble of Pahoria and post drug war, the war on drugs. And every day I'm casually observing the fuck shit until along came a ridiculous ass nigga and his mammy, and I was able to infiltrate this family and come to find out they were the complete fuck shit. And I had to go through all this jackassery to escape. It's war correspondents that got captured in Vietnam, people that came back and wrote stories and books about it that won prizes. The way that I changed with the modern times and brought this into social media and brought AI into it, but I had to do it like this because the average person could not read. This could easily, hey, it's gonna put a lot of people goddamn ass in jail to one. Um, I'll explain PPP. Hold up. So this could easily, I just, spoke with the spirit. He says this could easily get you a Pulitzer, girl, because the way you basically did this like a war correspondent, you did an oral thing. These reels and social medias and YouTube videos could really count as those little mini documentaries like they used to do on 60 Minutes back in the day. Keep going, Miss Lady. I said, well, shit, I'm here now. All right, the PPP, here's how it went. The PPP loan was specifically for businesses, Mr. and Miss Tawan. People that lived in the projects were getting PPP loans. They had something called the EDO, the Economic Impact something something. It was for businesses as well. You cannot tell the same government that's paying your rent, sending your kids to the doctor, feeding you, and et cetera, that you now own a beauty shop and you had 10 employees and they send you $100,000. Okay, but where in the fuck, and you've had this beauty shop for how many years? Because they didn't do this for fresh businesses. You had to have an established business in order to get this money. So here's what they did a couple of, like last year. When it got on there, they asked you, this is how long have you been in business? If you, and prior to the coronavirus, if you said 3 years, it's 2017. So when the audits rolled around last year, they were like, okay, you claim you were in business before the coronavirus. We don't want your bank records from the now. We want your bank records from 2016 when you first opened that fucking business. And because niggas will not keep no records, woof a damn, according to Miss Ford, and the shit was bogus anyway. There weren't any. Not to mention the apartment for the Section 8 managers all had a memo sent down from HUD to say that as you do lease renewals, check this website to see if any of your tenants got PPP money, and if they did, make them report that income, and if they cannot, report their asses for fraud. And out them bitches went. Thousands of people all over the country, poor women and men and whomever and others, she theys and he theys and shim thems and zems, were getting evicted from public housing because they fucked over that money. And then they were digging around, and that's, oh shit, while we're here, you've been defrauding the income taxes because you've been lying. You said you had a beauty shop on the PPP. You said you had something else on the income tax, and these check stubs is bogus. So a lot of these poor women got criminal charges behind this, but because there's not enough jails to lock people up, they're giving a bunch of them house arrest unless they stole an egregious amount of money, and then they arrest their asses and chain up those goddamn McMansions, excuse me, y'all, and get a tow truck and seize those fucking Lamborghinis and Maseratis and auction them off. But a lot of niggas did this. Like my homeboy at the DOJ said that they got like 800 and some odd thousand cases, and it'll be years of them prosecuting these people. But they've already begun like cutting out these people benefits, housing, and everything. That's why in certain cities, in that 10 most dangerous cities list, which is ironically where they're sending me on my tour, you can't get a decent to mid-sized hotel room because people are living in them. Then you have to contend with the sex traffickers with their bullshit. And so it's just calamity shenanigan. Now, Madam Pick Me of the Pick Me Plantation, that's me, Miss Smarty Pants, I've come up with a solution to the problem. If it was ever a time in history that they should make marijuana legal, recreationally legal, all 50 states, and release these restrictions when it comes to banking and all that is right now, because that's the only way that they're going to be able to save the shit. And I wrote a plan about it. I wrote an initiative. I'm going to put my initiative in the newsletter for the Republicans, so like Miss Hill in the movie. They make weed legal all across America, because I got a homegirl that did a UBI, so on and so forth. This will save everybody. This will like save all of humanity. If I want to be like Martin Luther King, this is my Nobel Prize right here, people. And I'm going to give them the fucking recipe, because I know at the end of the day, if a nigga steal it, they do not know the motherfucking intro key and they ain't got the sauce, and it's going to blow up in their fucking hand. Here we go. Niggas been wanting reparations. There's like 50 million niggas in America, whatever, whatever. Okay, we're gonna take a thing from the Indians, the goddamn Japanese, and the fact that niggas is ignorant in a motherfucking way. All right, here we go. Make weed federally, nationally legal in every state recreationally, so anybody can go in these dispensaries and get this weed. For those of us who own dispensaries, quit fucking with us with our goddamn money in the bank, because our money that's not going into the bank is what's gonna make the economy crash. Goddamn it, we put this money in there. You're good now. Shit, get the money. Okay, because that's what's gonna make the little shit go around. The prices of marijuana will go down. That's number one. There'll be additional tax revenue, because they already taxed the fuck out of that shit. An eighth at the dispensary costs $40, but I mean, it is what it is. But they're gonna add $8 on tax, and $8 and kills them on the pennies. Add 2 cents, 2% tax on everything. Take that 2%, put 1% over there in a reserve trust fund to gain interest. Take the other 1% of all the weed sales in America and call it the black tax. Put that shit in a trust fund, and every year when niggas had a birthday, we either file taxes, and it ain't like the goddamn government don't know when your birthday is, because you got these damn birth certificates and shit. Because the Indians, they get their money like whatever, whatever. Get these people this goddamn money and give every nigga in America $5,000. Just like you do this damn earned income credit bullshit. If these bitches fuck that money off, then there's certainly no business of the U.S. government. But those are the ones who cannot vote, cannot do bullshit. They can fund the fund by shopping in the goddamn dispensary, as will everybody else. And that's how you restore the economy. Make the goddamn weed legal. The end. That is all. And that's all it can be. Other than that, niggas is going back into slavery, and white folks don't give a fuck, and bitches like me gonna keep on selling my dope, making my documentaries, and rolling these motherfucking bodies up in this human easy bake oven, and doing my performances and shit. I don't give a fuck, and just like the woman said in the song, I'm already in heaven. Jesus was with me, damn it. I am here. I do not have to deal with anybody's nigga shit. I don't have to work unless I want to. I just be bored. I don't have to do this shit. I did not have to come out here and try to save humanity. I live a quite delightful life, and even if I did not, I'm satisfied with whatever I get. And I get some good shit, sometimes an exceeding abundance of shit I don't even want most of the time, like right now. I'm waiting on the housekeeper to pull up because the refrigerator is full of groceries, and I have not been eating that shit in the first place. And I got all this shit on auto delivery, so I had to cancel that and fucking shit. And so that's it. That is all. That is all that can be done about any of it. Other than that, man, niggas, y'all did this to yourselves. You can't blame white folks. White folks not out there nigging with choppers. White people's not over there nigging with Dracos. White people's not over there defrauding the fucking food stamps, the PPP, and everybody else, and then killing each other. White folks didn't do that. Even if, like Kanye's mama said, they provided the drugs and the guns and the bullshit and the circumstances, you did not have to feed into the bullshit. But I understand why you did, because your preacher ain't got no goddamn morals, and he didn't teach you none either. Thank you for coming to this short presentation. Yes, I met my 15-minute metric with 45 seconds to go. If you like this brand of bullshit, this is my life, my real life. I married badly and made a bad decision with McCootney one night in a parking lot of a corner store up there in what we called it? Mainville, Nig City, USA. And chaos ensued, and I was able to get over it, and because you can't do nothing but get over it. Took the L, caused it a good time, and I turned the shit into content as an adult, daily, ongoing, fucking soap opera radio bullshit for people who are bored at work or truck drivers, anyone in general that likes some ambient noise, that just wants a little bit something different. Because I witnessed so many things, I turned it into another piece of content. Oh, I've made 5 different projects out of one set of pain. But tune in here in the Lady Scutterfield channel and A Day in the Life of a Butterfly. And I also have an audiobook coming, 3 of them, audiobooks coming up. One called The Book of Stamps, one called Mona's Legacy, and another one called Diary of the Boy, Diary of a Demon. And then we have Trap and Disorder, Trap Law and Disorder. Oh, we got what's okay, Trap Law and Order. Trap Law and Disorder, whatever. These people just keep giving me. I wrote 3 of those books of mine. One belongs to Shamor Books, and one belongs to a young man who I don't think has gotten his pen name together. Oh, he is QP the Don. And, I got this little nut off years ago during the corona because I'm the voice of when the man is sitting in the gas pump and the other white man is over there. And the woman goes, oh, Jamel just came and just, I want to give him some of Miss Vanita's sweet pussy, because that's what that nigga's mama used to do. She, yeah, I need to carry it. Mr. Sonny coming over. I'm finna get me some dick. And that motherfucking house coat flopped over and we saw that Virginia ham sandwich. Y'all have a good afternoon to the next piece of content. Tune in here, like, follow, share with your goddamn friends. I'll see you later.